super win and talk to the coach about his magical job. So get a comfy spot on the couch and wear something cozy. We're ready to drop the puck on a championship season.
From WBNG TV, this is an Action Sports Special Edition. Binghamton Senators, a championship season.
Welcome back, sports fans, to our Action Sports Special. I'm Brendan O'Reilly.
And I'm Gabe Osterhout. In the next half hour, we'll relive the past 8 months of Binghamton hockey.
And that starts where no fan of the Binghamton Senators is used to starting, the month of June. The B-Sens swept their way through the Eastern Conference Finals to set up a tough Calder Cup Finals matchup with the Houston Aeros. Binghamton led Game 1 in Houston 1-0 heading into the third period, but that was misleading. Never comfortable on the sloppy ice and big building after a 10-day layover, they allowed 3 goals in the third and lost. Game 2, they bounced back with a Jim O'Brien overtime goal to send the series back to Binghamton.
Yeah, we're in the driver's seat. You know, it's not a best of 7 anymore. It's a best of 5. 3 of the 5 are in our building.
Binghamton quickly gave back that advantage. They played inspired hockey in the third period, and a Roman Wick shot off the crossbar and post would have sent it to overtime, but instead Houston came away with their final win of the season. The start of Game 4 showed just what the B-Sens were made of. They dominated play from the start, and even the series at 2 with a commanding 3-0 victory.
Old saying, fourth line wins the championships, and if we do our part, you know, it brings a lot of energy, and hopefully we can do it again tomorrow.
They could. The next night, Binghamton survived a back-and-forth first period and then added goals in the second and third to win 4-2 and send the series back to Houston.
We found a way to get it done, and this time of year, sometimes you just got to find a way to get it done.
Back at the Toyota Center for Game 6, it didn't seem the Sens were ready to get it done. They fell behind 2-1 in the second, but a stern talking to in between periods awoke a sleeping giant. Bobby Butler ripped home a power play opportunity, and then on a rush, Captain Ryan Keller gave the Sens a lead they'd never let go of.
We took the 5th seed and we just rode it right to the cup.
And if you weren't there in Houston, we don't want you to feel like you missed out on something.
So we take the trip now back in time and back to Houston for a look and listen of what it was like on the ice and in the victorious locker room after Binghamton's historic win.
And that'll do it! The Horned Sows of Binghamton Senators are the 2011 Calder Cup champions.
Coming to you, Stros. Coming to you, buddy.
It's coming back. Woo! It's coming back.
We did it. We did it.
The winner is mobbed along the end boards down to our left.
Well, I don't know how to put it into words. It's just such a rewarding feeling. It's just unbelievable. Couldn't ask for a better group of guys. You know,
this is the best group of guys I ever played into it.
There's no better word than special, and everybody put a lot into this, from coaches to trainers to management. It's been a long couple of years, but it's just unbelievable.
It's happened. I just wish it could have happened at home, but we got it, and we're bringing it home.
It's awesome. It's the best times of our lives, and probably for most of the guys, it's first time winning something this big. Get it in ya.
Yeah. 38 years of suffering for Binghamton hockey fans comes to an end tonight as the Senators win the game 3-2. They take this Calder Cup championship final 4-2.
Still ahead, we'll look back on the highs and lows of the regular season.
Plus, we discover the real reason behind Binghamton's magical carpet ride of a season. Stay tuned for that in our championship season.
If your business is located in Bloom or Tioga counties and you aren't using Taylor Garbage Service, you're paying too much. Roll-offs, commercial dumpsters, compactors, paper shredding, recycling. Let Taylor Garbage Service customize a waste program for your business and its unique needs. No fine print contracts and no hidden charges. Just fast, clean, responsible green garbage service at a price lower than any other garbage company. Call Taylor Garbage Service today for a no-obligation price quote.
Is owning your home stressing you out? Come enjoy a stress-free lifestyle at Summit Chase. Our luxury homes feature an in-home washer and dryer and private garages. Modern living at a great value. Located in a country setting with pool and fitness center on site. Visit our website for floor plans featuring huge closets, beautiful views, and a fresh, crisp new color and design scheme inspired by House & Garden's 2009 color collection. At Summit Chase, it's a lifestyle. When you're here, you're home.
You don't need a waiter, and you don't need a menu. At Old Country Buffet, all you need is a plate. The Old Country Buffet in the Town Square Mall is a perfect answer for all those hearty appetites. One price entitles you to a wide assortment of entrees, side dishes, and of course, dessert. Try the limitless healthy choice servings of the salad bar. Prepared fresh each day, you can have what you want when you're ready. Open 7 days a week, the Old Country Buffet, now priced your way.
Brides, start a new tradition. Traditions at the Glen, where old traditions continue and new ones begin. Wooded fairways, scenic views, great golf. Call now for your 2011 membership at Traditions at the Glen. Why book the ordinary when you can have the extraordinary? Traditions at the Glen.
At the end of each month, the highest they ever got was third place, and they hovered around 500 almost all season long.
And at times, they were equal parts great as they were awful. Remember, they won a game 7-0? They lost another one 7-1, all in the span of 30 days.
It turns out getting there was truly the hardest part for this year's BSEN squad. When the season opened in October, this could have been an omen. Mike Brodeur going down with an injury away from the crease, and he would be out almost 3 months. It wasn't much better a week later, losing to Hershey at home by 6 goals.
But forgetting about the game, obviously, this is a tough one to, just get rid of out of your mind.
Jumping ahead to mid-November, the loss wasn't as damning as the fact that goaltender Barry Bruss had to be the one to jump out and defend his teammate.
And it's a shame that he had to. You know what I mean? That he was the one that had to realize that something needed to be done. I would be hard-pressed to find 5, maybe 6 guys tonight that, showed up.
November turned out to be their worst month as a team, but December wasn't much better. But it did provide a bright spot as they beat up on Adirondack 7-1 a day after Christmas.
Second half of the year it's a totally different game of hockey.
It didn't immediately look that way. Before the new year turned the clock, Coach Kleinendorf lamented that
it's easy to raise kids and coach teams.
After a New Year's Eve game loss. But January, the Sens went 9-5-0-1 and started to look like a playoff team, starting on January 7th with a win against Syracuse.
That's one of the first times all year that somebody's given us a punch and we've given them a punch back.
February had just 4 home games, but it was Binghamton's best month. They went 8-1-1-1, won 8 games in a row, and started climbing the standings. They slipped as the calendar turned to March, but finished that month on a 6-game win streak.
I like where we're at right now. I really do. I like the fact that the guys are pulling for one another.
As the season made the final stretch into April, fans were ready for a treat as the team clinched their first playoff berth in 5 seasons with a 2-1 win over Norfolk.
Almost became some mythical thing that, it was starting to get in our heads, I'm not going to lie.
Now, what do hostile home crowds, area rugs, and an online message board have in common?
Well, a lot if you're a fan of the Binghamton Senators this year.
In case you didn't know, there's a simple reason why Binghamton won the Calder Cup title. It was all in an effort to get a free carpet.
Now, in case you don't know the story behind the story, we'll let the story guys fill you in.
In the first round, we were, the fans were all over us a little bit, and we weren't happy with our performance on the ice, and I just made a comment saying that it was, on the road sometimes was easier.
Because they get booed less by the fans, and Ryan would like to stick it to some of the people that counted them out. So I made mention on Joy's blog that since I was one of the ones that booed him, stick it to me.
The guy said that if we come back and win, he'll give us a free rug.
So they won, and it was a 6x9 area rug. And then it kind of took off where in the next round we carried this on again. If they won round 2, the area rug becomes a 8x10. So obviously they won round 2, and the 8x10 I had sent to him, and Jason Camp had it in Keller's locker.
And now it's grown. I've got a pad under it now and everything. But for anything, it's a nice gesture by him.
Keller says the black rug has been donated to the team, and Mike says he'll deliver the new red rug to the Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena sometime this week. He hopes Keller re-signs with the team so he can get some enjoyment out of it.
They should make that a condition of his re-signing. You don't get the rug until you re-sign for next year.
I like it.
Still to come tonight, there are some more Binghamton superfans enjoying this title a little more than the others.
And perhaps no one deserves to enjoy it more than head coach Kurt Kleinendorst. We talk one-on-one with the coach about he turned a 500 team into champions of the AHL. That's still to come in our championship season salute to the B-Sens.
Imagine this is your car. Now, imagine that you're in a wreck. Injuries cost money. Who are you going to call? Often we can get you more because we know about the money the insurance company's not telling you about. And we get nothing until you get paid. Imagine we do all the work with no money up front, and we could get you more. Want to get paid? Call Alexander and Catalano. Imagine all the help you'll get from the heavy hitters.
The heavy hitters are all you need. Call 1-800-LAW-1333.
I am a woman.
Passionate. Determined. Strong. I'm unique.
Talented.
Outstanding.
Exceptional in every way.
My choices are my own. I need a doctor that understands that.
At Greater Binghamton OBGYN, we believe that our patients are individuals with choices in their healthcare decisions. Greater Binghamton OBGYN, advancing women's healthcare, one patient at a time.
Beautiful homes with great value. A good reason why you should visit Palmer Homes in Waverly, New York. Since 1961, this family-run business has specialized in offering the best values for manufactured and modular homes. Authorized dealer for many brand-name companies, Palmer's 15 display homes showcase great living space and energy-efficient elements like vinyl thermal window panes and strong, durable 2x6 sidewall construction. Trade-ins are considered and financing is available. Palmer Manufactured Homes. Learn more at palmerhomes.net.
Sun Auto congratulates the Binghamton Senators on their championship.
Binghamton on to the Calder Cup Finals. 12 wins down, 4 more to go as the captain is mobbed here at the Veterans Memorial Arena.
The B-Sens went on quite the run in the playoffs this year.
But just think, if this were next season, the B-Sens wouldn't have made it out of the first round. Next year, the first round is a best of 5, not best of 7. Of course, the Sens won the first round in 7 games, and the rest, as they say, is history.
Let's take a look back at the B-Sens road through the playoffs.
The B-Sens started the 2011 Calder Cup playoffs on the road, squaring off against Manchester. The Sens got their first playoff win in Game 2, as Derek Grant scored in overtime to tie the series. It shifted back to Binghamton, where the Monarchs switched goalies and won Games 3 and 4 to take a 3-1 series lead. That's when head coach Kurt Kleinendorst inserted 19-year-old backup goalie Robin Leonard into the lineup. Leonard didn't disappoint, making 30 saves, and Kaspers Dogevins netted the game winner in OT as the Sens sent the series back to Manchester down 3-2. Game 6 also went to overtime. Things looked pretty bleak, but Robin Leonard stopped a penalty shot to keep the game going. Jeff Kinraid scored a short time later and sent the series to a Game 7. After blowing an early lead to start Game 7, the Sens tied it back up, and Ryan Patolny scored the game winner in overtime and sent the B-Sens into the second round. It was on to Portland, where the Sens took Games 1 and 2. The Sens would drop Game 3 at home before routing the Pirates 6-1 in Game 4. The series would go back to Portland with the Sens up 3-2. Robin Leonard pitched a shutout in Game 6, and the Sens were on to the Eastern Conference Finals. Game 1 in Charlotte was a high-scoring affair in which both teams had to pull their starting goalies. Barry Bruss made 27 saves in relief to get the win. Robin Leonard was back in net in Game 2 and pitched a shutout as the Sens came back home up 2-0. After winning Game 3, Game 4 went to overtime, but Captain Ryan Keller scored off a faceoff, and the celebration was on.
Never too high, never too low, and you get what you deserve.
Those are now and forever Kurt-isms. The head coach of the Binghamton Senators is a man of discipline. Did you know his team was the least penalized in the AHL? But he gets stuck serving a few minutes with us in my one-on-one with a B-Sens coach. We start our conversation by talking about how this team turned things around.
We're very streaky. You know, if we weren't winning 3, we were losing 3. And, you know, thankfully we weren't losing many more than 3, because once you get on the wrong side of the line when it comes to winning and losing, if it's losing and that feeling that comes with losing, it can get real ugly. But you're right, it was February when we actually turned the corner. And for me, that's the dead month. You know, I mean, you have little plateaus along the way where, guys, let's just get to Christmas. You know, let's make sure that we're in good shape at Christmas. And then after Christmas, you want to stay in good shape up until the All-Star break, you know. There's always little plateaus, but February can be a month where if you're really not sharp, you can let your season get away from you. And I got to tell you, that's actually where we brought the season to us.
When those guys started to come down, when Ottawa's season's over, you're in the playoffs. It was such an emotional thing, I think, for the fans and for some of the guys in the room just to make the playoffs. Did you feel like some of that emotion was spent as you started the first round series?
And I remember the community was so excited and even doubtful. I know there were a lot of people out there that didn't think we were going to do it or we couldn't do it, but we did. And then after that, to me, it was let's get through the first round. You know, we had to bring these guys back. We had to redefine their roles. Some of them similar roles, some of them the same roles. Some of their roles had to change altogether from when they were with us earlier. But I felt all along that if we could get through that first series, we would get better with every single series.
You've stayed so positive throughout the season. Were there moments in private to yourself that you sort of thought, when you were scratching and clawing to stay at the 500 mark?
Well, I was concerned, but I don't think Sterls even really knew that I was concerned. I mean, coaches are always concerned. We could win 10 in a row and be concerned that, you know, we're going to lose the next game. We don't like to lose, and you're always trying to stay a little bit ahead of the curve, and you're trying to find ways to stay ahead of the curve. And in a very competitive league where every night it mattered, and teams, you know, there was really not much between any team. You know, we could beat any team on any given night, or we could be beaten by any team on any given night. So there's always a little bit of concern, but I always had a lot of belief as well. Like, in the one thing I talked often about was my locker room, my leaders, my core, and the fact that this was just a special group.
And for you, I know family is a big thing. I saw your family out here posing for pictures with this. Nice to share that with them, and I'm sure nice now to have a break and share some.
Yeah, my family, people, you know, my family, they sacrifice a lot. I mean, we've moved often, and I got to tell you, my wife is a trooper. Not, you know, she's with me, you know, and I don't know how many wives out there would be willing to go through what my wife has gone through. Obviously, I appreciate that. The kids as well, you know. I mean, it's not easy. Anybody will tell you, going from one school to the next. And, you know, I'm very lucky that they've turned out the way they've turned out. They're pretty good kids. But to be able to share all this with them, you know, and to have them with me yesterday on that fire truck riding down Main Street, and to have all those people screaming and yelling at us and showing us their passion. And as we got closer to the downtown area, there were more and more and more and more people. It was pretty fun.
Now, my thought was that interview would go about 5 minutes. We air about 2 minutes of it. For more of the one-on-one, head to our website, WBNG.com. That interview went for almost 15 minutes altogether. We'll have it all posted for you to check out online.
And more still to come. We catch up with Binghamton superfan Hans Peterson, also known as the Chicken Man, to see what this title means to him. That's still to come in our championship season.
Lower the cost of heating and cooling your home with Foamit Insulation, a BPI-accredited home performance contractor. Foamit starts with a free comprehensive energy audit and then insulates using either spray or cellulose insulation. For more information on Foamit Insulation, go to tellusmore.com.
I approach my work with the eye of an artist, that each piece of jewelry is a small sculpture. That's the way I think about it. Anything that I see in the course of the day can end up influencing a piece of jewelry that I build. I'm always trying to build something I've never seen before. allow myself to be influenced by my environment. So it's creating art that's wearable.
The Michael J. Houston Collection, exclusively at Van Horn Jewelers.
Hi, I'm Rob Hawkins, president of Hawkins Homes LLC. We have been in the building industry for over 35 years. Hawkins Homes offers new manufactured and custom-built modular homes from single-story, Cape Cod style, to two-story homes, manufactured by Ritz-Craft and Titan Homes. Hawkins Homes is one of the only builders that does the complete construction phase, from concrete and precast foundations, septic systems, driveways, electrical services, and complete excavation and landscaping packages.
Hi, I'm Casey Houston, Rob's sister. This is our design center, and this is the fun part of building your home. This is where you can choose your countertops, your cabinetry, your floor covering, and everything else that goes along with building your home. We can help you be creative in choosing your options to make your home your own.
From all of us here at Hawkins Homes,
even Tanner,
thank you for considering us for your construction and building needs.
We're located off I-88 in Harpersville, New York.
Come see us soon.
Lower the cost of heating and cooling your home with Foamit Insulation, a BPI-accredited home performance contractor. Foamit starts with a free comprehensive energy audit and then insulates using either spray or cellulose insulation. For more information on Foamit Insulation, go to tellusmore.com.
1 year is torture, 2 years is death.
The Binghamton Senators Calder Cup win was certainly special for the team, but it was also special for the fans.
For a few in particular, especially one who's been a season ticket holder since hockey came to Binghamton in the 1970s. Hans Peterson is one of the most famous fans at the Broome County Veterans Memorial Arena. Better known as the Chicken Man, Peterson has season tickets, but due to his health, he couldn't go to many games this season and missed the entire playoffs. But he did get to watch some of the finals on a computer in his room. He was sure his team would win.
I told you that when we were playing the final game, they're going to win them. Just don't ask me why. All season, they're going to lose some and win some, but in the long run, they're going to win it.
Peterson hopes to be back home soon and says he can't wait to get a championship hat and T-shirt.
And this team has inspired fans old and young to root for them. While we were in Houston, we ran across J.J. Peters, who describes himself as Corey Locke's biggest fan, and J.J. certainly proved his devotion.
We had already paid for Disneyland, and he said, I don't want to go to Disneyland, I want to see Corey Locke. So we canceled Disneyland, and we went to Binghamton and spent our week there so we could see a couple games.
And after Game 6, I saw J.J. and his mom sitting in that same spot along the glass. They were one of the few Houston locals to be cheering loudly as Binghamton raised the cup for the first time in history.
Perhaps one of the biggest Sens fans has not only been following hockey in Binghamton for decades, but has been feeding players for that long, too.
Matt Markham introduces us to Peter Zalifi.
Now I could die. I finally got what I wanted.
He wasn't always a hockey fan, but when he went to a Dusters game almost 40 years ago, Peter Zalifi was hooked.
From day one. I haven't missed very many games since 1975.
Zalifi owns the PMP Deli in Johnson City. It's a museum of hockey history and a place where the sport's future is nourished.
And over the years, new recruits come in and other persons that go up tell them where to go to eat. And it's how I get to know everybody.
Many of the players even bring their families here to eat when they visit. Zalifi remembers all of them.
I have all the pictures from 1975 till now.
And is basically like a member of the team himself.
And I've seen a lot of players from here go to the National League, which is even better when you turn the TV on. You play it here and then you see them up there.
And now after his team clinched the Calder Cup, Zalifi goes back to his day job, back to getting dinner ready for next year's team.
It's the best thing that ever happened to this town. I don't think anything that ever happens to this town again would be better than this.
In Johnson City, Matt Markham, WBNG-TV Action News.
Season ticket holders were not going to stop or slow down when it came to showing support for the Sens. Instead, they raised money for signs to be put up throughout the city to cheer on the team. The signs were put up by 2 fans before the Senators arrived back from their first 2 games down in Houston.
Get those out and try to hit all the houses all the way down Riverside Drive, all the way up Reynolds Road, so when the guys are coming to the rink, they can see the signs of support get pumped up and go into the arena and really just play their hearts out.
Judasic said at the time that only 1 sign had been stolen, but since the Sens won the title, I haven't seen any signs left on the roadway.
Those are collector's items right now. We're not done in our salute to the best of Binghamton hockey. We'll be back with more of the best.
As in the 10 best plays on ice all season. We count them down next in our championship salute to the Binghamton Senators.
You don't need a waiter, and you don't need a menu. At Old Country Buffet, all you need is a plate. The Old Country Buffet in the Town Square Mall is a perfect answer for all those hearty appetites. One price entitles you to a wide assortment of entrees, side dishes, and of course, dessert. Try the limitless healthy choice servings of the salad bar. Prepared fresh each day, you can have what you want when you're ready. Open 7 days a week, the Old Country Buffet, now priced your way.
We at UHS Primary Care understand that you're so busy taking care of others, you hardly have time to take care of yourself. So UHS makes primary care easy with same-day appointments and convenient locations. Your UHS Primary Care team focuses on taking care of you so you can take care of others. With more than 30 UHS Primary Care offices, we're never more than minutes away.
Are you gonna do it? I know you qualify. Are you gonna do it? Feel the heat burning you up, ready or not. Some like it hot and some sweat when the heat is on.
Hot days means hot deals at Jack Sherman Toyota Superstore. Brand new 2011 Corolla LE, just $234 a month with no money down, and that includes sales tax. Or choose 0% APR financing for 60 months. Buy or lease any new Toyota and receive 2 years of scheduled maintenance at no additional charge.
Just like the hot weather, these hot deals won't last forever. So hurry in to Jack Sherman Toyota Superstore, Upper Court Street, Binghamton.
All right, it's time to take a look back at the 10 best plays of the year for your Binghamton Senators.
And these plays aren't necessarily the clinching moments, but the 10 best goals or saves of the year.
Let's start it off at number 10, December 19th against Rochester, the mustache. Kaspers Dogovins, the nifty fake, gets the goal and the win. B-Sens take it, and that's your play number 10.
Number 9, February 25th against Syracuse. Ben Gordon bats the puck out of midair in for the goal in a 7-4 win.
A Ben Gordon sighting. On to number 8, Cody Bass taken down, but somehow regains control and gets the goal as part of a win.
January 8th, Eric Condra batting the puck out of midair over the goalie. It's a game winner in a 2-1 win.
On November 6th, Mike Hoffman, the fake, and then skates in and sneaks it short side. That's well done. Top play, number 6.
Number 5, April 2nd, Ryan Calder checked this move out between two skates for the goal, but Binghamton would lose that game 4-3 to Bridgeport.
How about number 4, Bobby Butler? We didn't even mention All-Star Game MVP takes the feed and somehow gets that one to go for top play, number 4.
Number 3, and probably my favorite in the second round versus Portland, Kaspers Dogovins goes left but sneaks the puck right. The B-Sens win 6-1.
Final 2, November 19th, Eric Condra backhand from tough angle gets it to go. B-Sens beat Hershey. That's a top play by itself. They win that game 4-2.
Play number 1, December 10th, Barry Brust checked that out. Sprawling save with the stick in front of the empty net. The B-Sens would go on to win that game 5-0.
A fantastic season for all Binghamton hockey fans, ending 38 years of heartache.
And there's only one way to top it. Let's do it again next season.
Thanks for joining us for our look back on a championship season. We'll see you back next year.
Find a little piece of me within your mind. Hold on tight and enjoy the ride, 'cause this cruise it doesn't stop until we die.